What is going on, people? It is the opinionated Gooner, aka DOG. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, man. It's a nice day out today, you know. It's a happy Sunday. You know, Arsenal came out with a win when I didn't expect them to. I have to be honest. I think when I saw the starting lineup, I thought it was an absolute disgrace. But I ended up eating humble pie today, you know. Arsenal won 3-1 at the King Power Stadium. Let's just get straight into it, man. I think we started off pretty poor, in my opinion. You know, we didn't really get into the game. You know, Leicester scored within 7 minutes or so. I think it was one of the Leicester players and Tielemans that was doubling up basically on Xhaka and Willian. So one of them was on Willian. The other one, I think Tielemans was on Willian, and another Leicester player was on Xhaka. So the Leicester player was trying to get the ball from Xhaka. Xhaka manages to pass the ball. He was trying to get it to Willian. This was within a tight space on near the corner of the pitch. Then basically Tielemans intercepts that pass from Xhaka. Tielemans basically runs down the pitch, just outpaces Xhaka. We all know Xhaka has no pace. And he just slots it home. He basically slotted it home. No chance for Leno in that sense. I think for me, Elneny and Mari should have come in to close down Tielemans. You know, there was some confusion there, which I don't understand. You know, those players know that Xhaka's not the quickest. I also feel like William was at fault a little bit. He didn't really show strength to try and get that ball when Tielemans had intercepted it. You know, Tielemans shouldn't have really got that ball. I think William should have done a bit more. But hey, like it was 1-0. It is what it is. But I think we started to get into the game a lot more once they had scored. I think Pepe was really giving, I think his name was Thomas, the left back for Leicester, giving him real problems. You know, I haven't been a fan of Pepe playing on the right side, but he played really, really well in that first half on the right. So that's really giving him problems. The first warning basically was when Pepe went down in the box, but you know, it went to VAR and it was the correct decision from the VAR gods. It wasn't a penalty. Indeed, he had fouled him outside of the box before Tielemans could foul Pepe in the box. So that was basically the first warning that Leicester should have paid attention to say, you know what, Pepe is going to be a bit dangerous here. Yeah, we pretty much became a lot more stable within that first half, you know. And eventually it paid off. You know, Willian with a great cross to David Luiz. David Luiz just basically peels off Castagna. Great movement from him. Slots it in with his head. Makes it 1-1. I've never been a fan of that zonal marking stuff. So, you know, I wasn't really surprised about that going in, how it did. I'm more of a man-to-man sort of marker myself, but yeah, it was for our own benefit anyway. So yeah, it makes it 1-1. You know, Willian, I have to say, Willian was building in confidence, and I think the Benfica game really helped Willian in that sense. Really built up his confidence. You know, he hasn't had the best seasons of Arsenal. I still don't think he's having a great season at all. Yeah, I still don't think he's having a great season at all. But, you know, hopefully these performances can help him a bit more. You know, so it was a great cross from Willian, I must say. Willian, he doesn't provide the best of crosses, but this was a really good cross from him. I think it was a set piece. Great cross from him. yeah, David Luiz slots it in. Emil Smith Rowe went off within that first half. I've been saying this for a long time. We need to be protecting Smith Rowe because the guy is injury prone. He is, and it's a shame. I think they were saying that it might be a calf injury, so he might be out for a while. Odegaard obviously came in like for like, came in his position. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm really disappointed in that sense that's happened to Smith Rowe. You know, I personally wouldn't have started him today, but yeah, hopefully he can recover very quickly for us. We need as many bodies as possible, especially bearing in mind we're still in the Europa League now and everything like that. So yeah, hopefully he recovers as quickly as possible. But yeah, Odegaard came in, and then yeah, pretty much again we were just still dominating. I think Xhaka was really good. I think Tierney obviously was doing his thing. Cedric looks just a lot more comfortable as a right back than as a right-footed left back. When I looked at the starting lineup, right, I thought the defense was I think almost spot on, pretty much. Tierney left back, Cedric right back, David Luiz, Pablo Mari. I thought, okay, that's all right. It was more of the midfield to the attack where I was like, I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, the guys performed well. Just before the first half ended, we got a penalty. Ndidi, just having his hands in an unnatural position. I think Pepe took the shot. Yeah, it was a clear penalty. Went to VAR, obviously. But yeah, that was a clear penalty. Lacazette took the penalty, slotted it home, sent Schmeichel the wrong way. Great penalty. Made it 2-1 to Arsenal, So that was a really, really good half for us. I think we used our possession really well within that first half. You can tell that Leicester are really, they're not 100% without Maddison, and it was clear to see. When you give the ball to Maddison makes things happen, and without him on the pitch, the job was a bit easier for us, I must say. Second half we began like we never left. Again, playing really, really well. Just we to be fair, we basically dominated Leicester today. Leicester didn't really have many answers. Iheanacho just quiet. Vardy was the quietest I've seen him in a while. Obviously we know when it comes to like Vardy, he can have a quiet game, but if you give him that opportunity where it's one-on-one with the keeper, you can almost bet your house he will score. But he was very, very quiet today, Vardy, for me. And Vardy, he loves to score against Arsenal, so it's really good to see that, he was quiet. Harvey Barnes, very quiet. He even went off with an injury as well. So Leicester's injuries are just really piling up. Obviously I wish him a speedy recovery, but that was a benefit for Arsenal in that sense. By the way, Thomas, the left back, he came off because Pepe was giving him a hard time. He came off at the beginning of the second half. Albrighton came on. They moved Ricardo Pereira as the left back and Castagna as the right back. I thought that it might be a bit more stable for them, but yeah, it was pretty much the same old. We really, really dominated Leicester today, and I'm pleasantly surprised about that. Yeah, we had a really, really, really good performance today. Yeah, within that second half, we got another goal. This was a really, really good goal. It was great build-up play from Xhaka. I think Xhaka to Pepe, Pepe to Odegaard, Odegaard with a very intricate pass to Willian, Willian with the nutmeg assist back to Pepe. Pepe basically gets a tap in. So that's 2 assists for Willian today. So he did really, really well in that sense. I don't know how he managed to get that pass through, but he did to our benefit, and it was 3-1. You know, I think what made the difference as well is that within the beginning of the first half, compared to how we ended the game, we started to double up a bit more. You know, like we started off with like Lacazette just running on his own here and there, Pepe running on his own here and there, but we started to double up a lot more from when that was happening towards the end of the game. And that's what I liked, applying pressure to Leicester to make them make mistakes. You know, I thought Xhaka had a really good game today. You know, always his forward passing was good today, I must say. You know, Xhaka's always good at getting the fouls for Arsenal as well. You know, putting his back into players and dropping smart fouls he's given to us. You know, I think Xhaka had a really good game today, I must say. Within that second half as well, I think Partey came on for Oneni. Partey had a good game as well, just showing his strength as usual. You know, trying to take some long shots here and there. You know, Partey came on. He did his job. Yeah, I'm just really pleased with how we played. You know, Cedric was really comfortable as a right back. No, like I would prefer him to be playing our games now than Bellerin. He's more comfortable, better at crossing, better going forward, better defending. Mari, even though like I blame him pretty much for the first goal, he got a lot better. David Luiz had a really, really good game. Tierney obviously just does his thing. Oneni was okay, I guess. Didn't really do anything, but like Oneni was okay. Odegaard came on, slotted in really nicely. Willian had a good game. He did. He did. That's 2 in a row for him now. So he had a good game. Yeah, I just think as an overall performance, we played really well. Leicester essentially played right into our hands. I think they didn't have an answer for us once we started to double up and apply pressure to them. You know, that counter-attack, it wasn't going to work because they didn't have that creativity in the midfield for that counter-attack to happen. You know, they did have Tielemans, but yeah, apart from his goal, Tielemans didn't really do anything in the game for me. Yeah, I just think we had a really, really good game today, you know. Really showed our character today. You know, when we're down, we're not out sort of mentality. So I'm happy with that. Again though, you know, Aubameyang came on for Lacazette and I was thinking, where's Martinelli in all of this? We're winning 3-1. Bring him on. Like bring him on. So that it's clear that there is something really fishy going on between Martinelli and Arteta. There are some rumors circulating a little bit that it's due to him not taking the pay cut. You know, don't know how much truth there is with that, but it wouldn't surprise me if that was true because I don't know why Martinelli's not playing. You know, you put on Aubameyang when you don't need to. You know, Martinelli can play that role. He can play as the striker. So I wasn't really happy with that. I want to be seeing Martinelli playing a lot more than what he is. And I'm scared that it'll be a situation where Martinelli he might start being petulant and stuff come the summer, start complaining to his agent, saying I'm not happy with what Arteta's do. And Martinelli he's one for the future. So I wouldn't want to lose Martinelli. I will not be happy with Arteta if he lets someone like Martinelli go, because it seems to me that he's not playing. I don't know if it's because of this supposed pay cut that he didn't want to take, or whether it's, I don't know, maybe because he's just trying to get back to fitness. I don't know what's going on there. I just don't know. But I would have liked to have seen him play today for sure. But yeah, overall performance, man, I thought we played really well, straight up. Like I thought we played really well. I think my man of the match would have been Pepe, but I can understand why they gave it to Willian, because Willian had a really, really good game. But I think it was Pepe that was, for me, setting in stone how we should be playing, giving them problems. Everything was basically going to Pepe's side. So, Thomas was really having a poor one today, and I think Arsenal fed off that weakness, because when you're taking off Thomas, that basically means that, okay, yeah, it means that Pepe is causing this side a real problem. So, it played right into our hands, essentially. Leicester had no answer throughout the game. So, really, really happy, man. I'm really, like, it was a really good performance. It's been one of our better performances of this season, to be fair. So let's just hope that, we can continue on with that, on to the next game. I think we got Burnley next week. So let's just continue on with that form. I did say we should be putting all our eggs in the Europa League basket, but you really never know. I think we're about three to 5 points away from top 4, maybe a little bit more. So you never know. I still don't think we'll get the top 4. I'm still not convinced about us getting a European position or place, but you really never know. You really never know, So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with that. But overall, really happy with how we responded. Very good defending when needed. Very good attacking when needed. Great intricate passing that we were doing especially for the third goal. Yeah, leading by example with Lacazette under a lot of pressure to make it 2-1 just before halftime. Great goal from him. Great movement from David Luiz to make it 1-1. Overall, man, I'm happy. I can't really complain today. Like my only gripe is I just wish Martinelli had come on to play. That's it, because Aubameyang didn't need to play this game. He didn't. But yeah, really happy with that. I'll talk about the player ratings now. So obviously I always start off with the goalkeeper. So Leno for me, I'd have to give him a 5, and I'm only giving him a 5 because Leicester didn't give him anything to do. There was nothing he could have done for the Tielemans goal, to my knowledge. Maybe if I watch the goal again later on, maybe he might have been in a better position, but I don't think so. That was more everything else before him. That was the problem. So I'd give Leno a 5. He didn't really do anything because he wasn't given anything to do. There was one shot from Iheanacho. That's about it. I can't really think about anything. He did. In fact, actually, when Leicester scored, not too long after, he almost had a howler, but I'll allow him. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. Cedric, I thought was decent, man. I thought Cedric was decent. I give him a 6. You know, defended really well, attacking really well, got himself into attacking positions. Yeah, I'd give Cedric a 6, man. Played well today, man. Played well. Um, David Luiz. David Luiz gets a solid 7 for me today. Maybe even an 8. Actually, I'll give him an 8 today. Defended extremely well. Just commanding, like, he was basically the one instructing what's going on from the back. You know, really commanding performance. Showed great leadership, you know, in scoring the goal. Great movement for the goal. Great header. You know, yeah, he gets an 8 from me. Mary picked up actually after that Leicester goal for me. So I'd give Mary a 7 as well. I'd give Mary a decent score, man. I think Mary actually was decent. You know, he didn't allow that goal to be on his head like what if what I should have done something and stuff like that, you know, be a bit hesitant and everything. But yeah, from there he picked up for me, in my opinion. Tierney, Tierney gets a 6, man. Tierney was good, man. Tierney was good. Like, again, always getting himself into good attacking positions to bring out a good cross. You know, I think he had a shot. It would have been a wonder goal had he had scored that. I think this was in the second half. Yeah, Tierney played well, man. They weren't really troubling him on his side. They weren't troubling him at all, to be honest. So he was decent. He gets a 6 for me. Xhaka gets a 7 for me. I think Xhaka played really well. You know, it looked like today that his forward passes meant something. You know, it wasn't just for the safe option. He meant it this time. From what I saw today. You know, he was a part of that third goal, which was brilliant. Getting those smart fouls in, you know, when he's always shielding his body. You know, defended really well with the midfield. Yeah, Xhaka gets a 7 from me. Elneny gets a 5. I don't think Elneny had a particularly great game or good game. It was okay. It was decent. Again, I still feel like he was also at fault for the Leicester goal. You know, just not closing down. But yeah, I think Elneny was okay. Just safe today, isn't it? So I'll give him a 5. Pepe gets an 8 from me. He gave Thomas nothing but problems. You know, everything was going towards Pepe's side. You know, really, Pepe was really, really dangerous. Really creating chances, making chances for himself. You know, him basically getting us the penalty. You know, making a referee make a decision. That's what I like with Pepe today. He was making the referees make a decision, make VAR make a decision. You know, it was the first warning when Pepe went down in the box. That was the first warning. So Pepe was really good today. Got his goal. That was all I could ask for Pepe today, you know. And considering he doesn't play well on the right side compared to his left, I think he had a really good game today. So he gets an 8 from me. Smith Rowe gets, by no fault of his own, Smith Rowe gets like a 2. You know, just didn't really get into the game prior to the injury. Maybe if he didn't get injured, he'd probably have a much better game. But I've always said, man, we need to be protecting Smith Rowe. Right? people really forget how injury prone Smith Rowe is. You know, and it's very unfortunate that he's injured. So I wish him a speedy recovery. But yeah, he gets a 2 from me today. Who was playing on the other side of him? Willian, man. Willian had a good game, man. I might have to. I give him an 8 too. Willian had a really, really good game. He built up his confidence within the game. That's what I liked. You know, this was the Willian that we thought would come to Arsenal from Chelsea. You know, considering he had a great season with Chelsea prior to coming to us, this was the Willian that we wanted. Like for me, when I heard Willian was coming to Arsenal, I thought that's smart. That's smart business. You know, he hasn't obviously lived up to that, but these last 2 games with the Benfica and Leicester game, I think he's done really well. So, you know, he got 2 assists today. Really great cross to David Luiz. Nutmeg assist. How I don't know how he managed to get it through to Pepe. Yeah, Willian gets an 8 from me. Really, really good performance. Lacazette, I think played really well today. I think for me, gets a 7 today. You know, he was trying to set in stone, you know, the pressing. You know, there was times I was seeing he was pretty much the only one trying to run to get the ball from these defenders to make them make a mistake. You know, great penalty from him as well, sending Schmeichel the wrong way for the penalty. And to be fair, I think it was a great penalty for the simple fact that we would be going 2-1 up. You know, there was a lot of pressure on Lacazette to score that, because I felt like if he didn't score that, I don't think we were going to win that game. I'm being serious. I don't think we would have won that game. So great work from Lacazette, you know, constantly using his strength to his advantage. You know, yeah, that's all I could ask for from Lacazette, to be fair. Get your goal, perform well with and without the ball. It gets a 7 from me. In terms of our substitutions, Odegaard, I thought for the cameo he had, well, not even a cameo, he had a full, he pretty much had at least about 50 minutes. Yeah, Odegaard was good. I would give him a 6 today. Odegaard was really good. He was really trying to unlock their defense today, which I was happy about, you know. There was one pass in particular, I think it was to Cedric in the second half. Great lob to Cedric down the line. That was the most memorable pass for me, excluding the goal, the third goal. Because I don't know how he managed to get that pass through as well. So did really well, slotted in really well as the number 10. Can't complain for Odegaard. So Odegaard gets a 6 from me. Who else came on? Partey. Partey was solid, man. Partey was solid. Came on. Gets a 5 from me. Maybe a 6, maybe. But it was as if like he just gave Xhaka a lot more. I'll give him a 6 actually. It was as if he gave Xhaka a lot more confidence. I feel like when Xhaka plays with Partey, it's like he automatically feels like a better player. You know, like a much better player. So Partey just doing his job, defending well, you know, taking shots because he has a lot of confidence. Gets a 6 from me. You know, so he was good. Aubameyang came on. I'd give him an NA. He came on fairly late. I think he came on in like the 80th minute or so. There's only so much he could do. He did have one shot though. You know, it was the typical Aubameyang kind of play. But yeah, I'd give him an NA. I don't think it was enough time for him to get into the game, to be fair. Yeah, have I gone through all of the have I gone through all of the substitutions? Yeah, I have. But But yeah, as an overall performance, I think we played really, really well. You know, and considering it was against Leicester, even though I knew that they had a lot of injuries and stuff like that, I still thought, you know, it's Leicester. We haven't beaten them, I think at the King Power since 2015, they were saying. So that's a very, very long time. I think Alexis Sanchez scored in that game, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, good performance, man. Good performance. Arteta as well. Arteta, I'll give Arteta an 8, man. I'll give Arteta. To be honest, now I'll give Arteta a 9 today because he really, me included, I was worked in the sense of how could you be playing this ridiculous team, but his tactics worked today. It worked today. You know, Xhaka and Elneny did their job. The defenders all did their job. Pepe did extremely well out wide, along with Willian. You know, pretty much the whole spine was working today. So I have to give Arteta a 9. You know, he doesn't get a 10 from me because for me he should be putting on Martinelli. You know, let him have a run of games. Let him play. You know, don't let it become a situation where he goes onto Instagram, starts saying free myself and all this nonsense talk that all the youngsters at Arsenal were doing. So he should have let him play for me, but I think Arteta got it spot on today. And as I said at the beginning, I will definitely be eating my humble pie today because at the end of the day, I want to see Arsenal win, you know, by any means necessary. I want to see Arsenal win. So when I'm angry at this team, it's because I want us to win. Do you get what I'm saying? So overall, good performance, man, from everybody. Good performance from everybody. On to the next game. Play Burnley. I think we're going to Turf Moor. So it's going to be another difficult game, but I think with that one we can get a result. I don't think Burnley have really been that good, to be honest. You know, they did beat us at the Emirates. You know, which let's just forget about that one. But I think we can go to Burnley with a lot of confidence, and it's good because the players have now given Arteta a bit of a headache. Now, who do I start with now in these games? Because everyone that came in have a legitimate reason to be playing against Burnley. So it's a good headache to have, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm pleased today, man. I've got nothing but good things to be saying. Ain't that a change for today? Ain't that a change on this channel? You know. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with my review and everything like that. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share it, and make sure that you subscribe. You know, I'm on the journey to 50 subscribers. You know, building the channel up bit by bit. Eventually, you know, I'm doing this currently on a mobile phone, but eventually, hopefully next month or so, I should be getting myself a proper laptop where I can be able to do a lot more things on the channel. So just keep helping the channel grow. You know, this is a journey for all of us, as I've been saying. You know, me getting out my comfort zone to do something like this for a team that I love, it was a big step for me. So I'm going to continue putting out these videos for you guys, you know, whether you like Arsenal or not. So yeah, as I said, yeah, make sure you like, share and subscribe. But yeah, I'm out. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I know I am, considering we started off with a great win this afternoon. So I'm going to be enjoying myself today, relaxing. You know, watch the big game today, Man United, Chelsea. Yeah, just have a relaxing Sunday, man. But yeah, make sure you guys take care. Peace.